All right, now that y'all know how to get everything kind of set up, all the connected channels and your planner set up on Calculated Labs, it's time to dive in on how to actually use the regular tools on Calculated Lab that are the calendar, planner, and idea bank. I say regular because these aren't the wicked stuff. We'll get to the wicked stuff later, but trust me, this stuff is very, very helpful and ties it all back together at the end. So if you want to take the workflow to the next level, you get this stuff dialed in first. I'm gonna start in order. We're gonna go over the calendar. We talked about this a little bit in the getting started section, but we have our calendar where we can literally click, we can drag, we can move upload dates, and every time we do this, it replicates inside of our content planner. So if I move this video to the 13th, we come back, the video is on the 13th right here. If I move it back to the 6th, boom, back to the 6th. It's fully transferable. It makes everything super easy. Now for this example, we have our main channel and we have our second channel, which we made in the previous video. And if we only want to see one of them, we can come up to filter and we can select to only see one of them, just like you can on like a Google Calendar. I feel like that's super easy. So if you just want to see your second channel on the calendar, you can do that. And then if you actually click on one of these, you'll see a pop-up come up that says open project. Now there will be a lot more information on this and it'll look really cool once we set this up further in the tutorial, but for now we're going to leave that right here and we'll get to the open project section in a second. Now bouncing over to the content planner, we went over this pretty well in the other video, but the one thing you can do is you can click right here to open that project manager I was just talking about, or you can come over here and there are specific tools like archive, edit, and delete, and then this little button right here is going to send the video back to our idea bank, which we'll get to in a second as well. You see how this is all tied into? How many times I got to say that we're going to get back to this in a second? It's all so tied together. It's seamless, I'm telling y'all. But let's click into this thing. Let's see the project manager for the first time, and boom, we have our project title, which is right here. Test is what we called it on this one right here. But then we got all these different sections that we can fill out to make sure everything gets done before we hit that upload button. I'm telling y'all, streamline the process all the way from idea to thumbnail to upload. We've got titles, concept, a script box, production notes, schedule. We got a spot for all of our thumbnails, and then our link section. Now for the big five right here, when you complete a task, it's going to move this progress bar so you know when you're ready to go on that upload. So right here, if we add a title, let's say cooking with the cheapest food hacks or something. I don't even know, bro. I just made it. We're going to hit this plus button right here and boom, we're going to favorite that because that's the title that I'm going to actually use. That's probably a terrible title. We might need help with that later on. If we had a concept, we'd fill that out. Script, we'd fill that out. Production notes, we could fill all that stuff out right there. And now if we know we're going to film this video, we know we're going to post it on April 5th. We probably want to film it before. Let's film it on Thursday the 2nd right there. And immediately, because we hit that film button, it actually put it in our calendar as well with this dash line on the outline right here that we're going to film it on the 2nd. Now let's just say we actually already filmed the video and it's past April 2nd. We hit this box right here. Boom, it's filmed and it moved our bar even more. Now we can tell that we only need to do the thumbnail and make sure that the video gets edited, which the thumbnail I don't have right now, but that's probably something we could do in the thumbnail generator, right? Okay, here's a random thumbnail of me doing a $1 versus $100 cooking video, but you can see as we hover over this, we can download it back in full quality or click this button, we can view it in a bigger screen. Super helpful, be able to see the thumbnail, but also imagine you're traveling, you don't have the thumbnail on you, you don't have the computer, you need to upload that thumbnail to your channel, boom, you just hop on Calculated Labs on your phone real quick, download the thumbnail. Yes, Calculated Labs works on your phone. I use it on my phone a ton. It is beautiful. But okay, we got the thumbnail that we like. Hit the star and boom, it pushed our progress bar even more. Now all we got to do is make sure the video is edited, which hopefully our editor's doing, or maybe you're doing it yourself. So if you do have a footage link, you can drop it right here. If you have the final YouTube link when you post it, you can put it right here. Boom, hit the edited button once it's done, and now you can see the bar is full and it lets you know back on your planner that this video is ready to upload. Kind of bouncing around a little bit, but because it's so tight, I feel like I can do that. Remember when I said things would look better in the calendar if you had a thumbnail and some information in there? If we just click on our test video right here, you can see now the pop-up has your thumbnail, has your title. If you had some other information on it, it would show you that as well. And if we wanted to get to the project manager straight from our calendar, we can with that open project button. It brings us right back here. That is just so seamless, isn't it? It is amazing. It's simplified my workflow a ton and made sure everything is just getting dialed in. So once I'm done with this video, I can move on to the next, even before I press the upload button on this one. And if I do want to push the upload button, I'd be able to just mark it as uploaded and it would archive that video on our planner, which you'll find the archive section down here once you start archiving videos, but I'm gonna leave this one for now for our example. Now, the last thing we need to go over in this is the idea bank. This was one of the biggest tools that I wanted to add to Calculated Labs, and I feel like we integrated it very, very well. So you can see it's our same channels up here in the channels drop down as we created inside of the content planner. We have our main channel and our second channel. Now you'll also see manage buckets. Now what do I mean by buckets? Basically, buckets is the different types of videos that you create. So like for me, I got a couple buckets. I survive, I test, and I go do college football facility tours. So what I would do is I'd make make different kind of categories for these kind of things. So now not everything is jumbled together when you're looking at your ideas. You can see your ideas by category or by bucket so that you can post videos and kind of alternate which kind of videos you're posting through, so you're not posting the same thing every week. Or maybe you only post one type of thing, but either way, you probably find different ways to kind of move different ideas or different things through the bucket system. Okay, let's actually make a couple buckets for this example. For this example, it seems like we're doing a cooking kind of thing. So let's actually do like money versus money for this one. We'll do like cheap versus expensive, maybe even call it green, add the bucket. So it adds it to our current buckets down here. Then for another one, let's go testing weird products. And maybe this is like testing Temu products and stuff. We'll just call that one orange. So now we got a couple buckets, and you can see that it lists it out in column form right here. And if we had an idea, all we'd have to do is create an idea right here. We can go description, thumbnail concept, and then boom, we have our bucket. Do we want to go money, money, or do we want to go testing weird products? This is testing weird products. Save the idea, and boom, it goes under the right bucket. Okay, I changed the name to Testing Temu Spatulas. So that's our video right there. If we have a good video and that's one of our favorite ideas so it doesn't get lost in the mess, we can actually start right here and it would pop up if I hit the favorites. If we had another idea like this one that's not a favorite, it's not going to show up when we hit the favorites menu. One of the things that makes this super seamless back to the planner, and the thing that I wanted, is the add to planner button in the idea bank. If I hit this, it's going to pop up. We got to make sure that we're clicking on our main channel right here. We're going to pick a date. We're going to go with the 15th. We're going to add it to the planner. It immediately removes it from the idea bank. I know y'all hate it when you got your idea list and then you got to go back and you're like, wait, I already did that video. I forgot to delete it. Well, this gets rid of it for you and propagates it directly onto the content planner on the 15th, and bang, our idea is right here. And guess what that means? That means it's already on the calendar on the 15th. Are you kidding me? It is seamlessly integrated. I'm telling y'all, this will change how you look at everything. So now if we wanted to fill that one out, we would be able to open the project and start working on this project just like that. But let's say we accidentally added it to our content planner. We could come over here to this little light bulb right here. We could hit that. That's going to move it right back to our idea bank, and boom, it's exactly where it was in the bucket that it actually came from, and it's fully integrated, man. Fully seamless calendar, content planner, idea bank. This has changed the game for me. It could change the game for you. If y'all got any questions, make sure to hit up the email in the help page.